Hola, so on this very quick little culture clip, I'm going to tell you the difference between the four bags. There are four different bags in Spain, 5 if you count my wife. So there are 4 bags in Spain. The one that you all know about would be the first one, the bolsa. Now you all know a bolsa, and a bolsa is a carrier bag. You hear it at the supermarket, at the till, the lady says to you, bolsa quieres or quieres bolsa. You know, it doesn't matter which way around they say it. They're asking you, do you want a bag? Quieres una bolsa? Quieres bolsa? But the problem is that there are more than just that one bolsa, and people get very, very confused. Now, the most confusing is when I go from the first one, the bolsa, the carrier bag, to a bolso. Now, a bolso is a lady's handbag, okay? A bolso is a lady's handbag, what she would carry everything in the world in, okay? People say, well, how come a lady's handbag is a bolso ending in an O and it's male? Because the male and female, the gender of an object, has nothing to do with who uses it, what color, what size, what shape. It's purely to do with when it was translated from Latin, the last letter it got on the end, and that made it male or female. Because a lady was doing the lesson 10 test this week and commented how she was marked down because she didn't know that handbag was a bolso rather than a bolsa. Okay, so it's got nothing to do with who uses it. You need to remember that at the supermarket, they're going to ask if you want a bolsa, and you're going to keep your purse and your keys and the kitchen sink in your bolso. Okay, but then we've evolved over the last couple of years to on the checkouts now, the majority of checkouts girls now ask you if you want a bolsita. It's still feminine because it's still the same object, but they put the ita on the end, which if you remember was the diminutive that shrank it. So they're saying bolsita, quieres una bolsita, which means do you want a little bag? So why have they started saying this? Well, because a couple of years ago, they started to do away with the plastic bags that they would give you at the checkout. And most supermarkets started either charging you 5 cents for them, trying to get people to use the bolsas reusables, the reusable bags, which I think you call them in English, bag for life, which is a very, very bold claim. First time I heard that in Iceland, the lady said to me, do you want a bag for life? And I said, no, I've got one. She's out in the car. So a bolsa reusable or reutilizable is what we call the reusable bags. And because these are much bigger, at the checkout, they sell the reusable bags, which are 50 cents to €1. And then they have the disposable plastic bags, which are 5 cents. Well, if you think the volume, the capacity of the 5-cent ones, the disposable ones, is far less, they're smaller. So they're calling those now bolsita to make sure you understand, do you want a little bag rather than the bigger bags for life, which are hanging on the end of the checkout? So now if you listen, you'll hear more and more checkout girls say, ¿Quieres una bolsita or bolsita quieres? You want a little bag, and they're referring to the disposable ones. So that's 3 of our 4. So we've had a bolsa, the carrier bag, the bolso, the lady's handbag, the bolsita, which is the one we're talking about now, the 5-cent disposable one, and the 4th and last bag would be a bolsillo. Now a bolsillo is a little bag which is stitched inside of clothes. In English, you would call, my jeans have bolsillos at the front and bolsillos at the back. So a bolsillo, a little bag, in English, you would call it a pocket. Okay, bolsillo. Where are the keys? You know, oh, están en mi bolsillo. You know, tengo el dinero en mi bolsillo. Ponlo en mi bolsillo. Mira en mi bolsillo. Look in my pocket. Okay, so bolsillo would be the 4th of the 4 bags that you really, really need to know. So have a listen at the checkout the next time you're there to see if you can hear the lady now changing, not everywhere, but the majority, they've stopped saying quieres una bolsa to quieres una bolsita, and that is the reason why.